Hey guys, I'm Ash.
And I'm Pete.
We're two friends with a combo of 7 kids ranging from toddlers to 20s and 2 crazy husbands.
Our paths were not easy. With childhood battle wounds, divorce, second marriages and all, we somehow found each other. And together we talk real life, laugh, cry, and figure out how to survive the day.
Music is by Decibel Champion. To hear Decibel Champion's newest hits, search Decibel Champion on Spotify. Hey guys, it's Ash with a guest host this episode. Priscilla has got a lot going on. Work is crazy, and of course she has to try to balance that and family. So we weren't able to record this week. So we have my husband, Jason, guest hosting.
Hello, everybody.
So if you're a regular listener, you know that Jason travels a lot. So if the audio sounds a little funky, it's because we are not in the same state while we're recording. So Jason is in Arizona for the 3rd week in a row?
Yep. And then next week again. It's wonderful.
Yeah, we might be considering moving to Arizona. I don't know. Normally I feel like you're all over the place, but lately it's just been there.
Yep, for the next couple weeks.
Yeah, so
On your balance for that for 4 weeks.
Huh?
So then I'll be in California for the next, I think almost 4 weeks. So.
Oh my goodness, that makes me so happy. Okay. Shut up. Okay, so last episode we were talking about our stinky kids and all of that stuff. And I said that I would share what is going on with my child and why I was going to have a nervous breakdown. However, that conversation, even though with Jason, obviously he's going through it with me. So he knows about it, but I do want to have that discussion with Priscilla. So you will have to wait again to hear about that. And this week you will get to hear from Jason if he talks.
Yes, I'll try to talk as much as possible.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so you travel a lot. Why don't
Correct.
you tell us a little bit about how your days typically go? I am very curious about this because I think, and I could be wrong, maybe it's just me, but I was thinking about this morning. I think men and women travel very differently, like when it's for work.
You may be correct. I don't know. For me, when I travel, it's kind of get up and go kind of thing. That obviously I'm leaving the family behind while I travel, but we're in contact daily, and with our little text messages and our phone calls and our duos and our FaceTimes.
I'm an Android person and the rest of the family's iPhone. So we duo when we're on my phone. If we're with the kids, which I mean, we are a lot, but we can FaceTime, but otherwise it's duo. But what I'm talking about specifically is, so you a lot of times will say, oh, so when I got to the hotel, I went down, to the bar or whatever, and, got a bite to eat, blah, blah, blah. So that people can't hear your head shaking, by the way, just so you know.
Yes, that's what I did.
Okay.
down. So yes.
Okay, so you on like a normal day when you get done with your work
Hmm.
and you're back at the hotel, you'll go and get something to eat. Do you see a lot of business women down there?
I do, especially at this hotel because it's so close to, well, obviously the airport, and there are a lot of businesses around this hotel. So I see a lot of trade school kind of people here. You know what I mean? Like mechanics, stuff like that. There's a
A
chick
lot of women
downstairs.
mechanics?
Yeah, a lot, which is very impressive because I didn't think. Oh, I knew there are women mechanics. We have women mechanics and tire techs with my company, but I see a lot of them here. So, but yeah, I do see a lot of women when I do travel, and like at the hotels I stay at and all that.
Okay, so when I go out of town, and I don't know, I'm assuming you gather this from when we're talking and whatnot when I'm out of town. Like, I obviously your situation's a little different because you're flying to another state. So flight times and all of that are going to come into play. But for example, like last week, I went out of town for a meeting and I left home pretty much as late as possible, you know.
Right?
Um so I get to the hotel and I go straight to my room. I don't go and get a bite or a drink or anything like that. I go straight to the room. And even on, so say a trip where I have to go multiple days um at the hotel, I always like remember when I was doing training for my prior position, I would go, so get out of town, get to the hotel, go to sleep, the next day wake up, go do my training, get something to eat, and go right back to the hotel. And I was in my room for the rest of the night. So
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking about today is that, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't know. Are
And
is
you're like the way that's just the way you are. That's how you are at home too. Like you just want to stay home.
okay. So I guess maybe it is just me. I was thinking, man, I wonder if a lot of women that travel, if they go down, have drinks, whatever. I guess if I was traveling with other people, maybe I would. I don't know, to be honest. When I was doing that training and I had to go every other week or whatever out of town, um, I like when people would talk about like, oh, we should go have a drink, blah, blah, blah. I had zero interest in that. But I think you're right. I think it's because that's how I am.
Right.
Like I just want to go I want to go home, shower and just relax. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. I was just thinking about that, so I had to bring that up. So, I would like to talk to you about how it is to be like a traveling spouse, father, that kind of thing. Because obviously I'm on one side of it and sometimes I feel like I am in like the thick of it and sometimes I just like want to break, I think I don't remember what happened this past weekend, but I was like, you deal with like I'm with them all the time. You decide whatever, right?
Yep.
Um so what is it like being on your side of it?
Um. Well, I guess I don't know. I guess I'm used to it because ever since we've been together, I've always been traveling for work.
Right.
So now more so, I think than ever, I travel a lot more than my last job.
Right.
And So I'm flying a lot. So, and I'm in other states. It is a little, it's a little, not difficult, but it's starting, I don't know. It's just getting old, I
Yeah.
guess, because, there's a lot of stuff that I'm missing from, from home with all the shit going on at the house with our kids and uh, all that's, just our life in general.
Right.
It's
Right.
hard now that I'm getting older. So it's,
You act like you're 90 or something. Good night.
but I feel like I'm missing, like now I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff, especially the boys, our kids getting older. So it's just, and I know it's tough for you at home and all the BS that you're having to deal with our eldest child and all that stuff. I know it is very difficult, and I love you for that. And I know that you are, you're a strong woman and you're a great mother. So
Oh, you're so sweet.
I just,
I just like I wonder on and I know I mean we are used to you traveling a lot. I think it I think now it does get harder on the kids. I think especially Hayden. He
yeah,
I feel like he's really kind of desperate for like father son time right now. I don't know if it's just that age or what have you, but um I think it's a little harder on them. I think if you were gone this often when the boys were little, it would be so difficult. Way too hard. Um just because, I'm lucky. I always I always say I'm like the man in the relationship. I really did luck out, like, when the girls complain, sometimes I'm like, well, sorry, because I'm kind of like your husband. So I would do that kind of thing too. And then I feel guilty about stuff that I do for you, or do like that you have to deal with. But I was so lucky with you because I feel like you I don't know, helped so much. We were partners with getting the kids ready for bed and stuff like that. It wasn't like everything was put on me, which I feel like sometimes people do feel like it's the mom doing all of that stuff, right?
on all the listenership.
What did you say? You cut out. What did you just say?
Telling all the listenership or viewership or whatever Molly used to say for you guys is your peeps, that your husband's just awesome and does everything in the whole
Oh,
house.
good night. Okay, you do take care of the house. And I do always say that. Like I really am like a man, I feel like. Um but if you weren't here to help, when the boys were needing so much more, um as far as like giving baths, feeding, all of that stuff. If you weren't here, if you were gone as often as you are now when they were that little, that would have been so hard. I don't know. I don't know how I would have done it because I was not meant to be a single mom for sure. But I just wonder on your side of it, especially with stuff going on with Hayden. Um like how do you handle and how do you deal with parenting from afar?
Well, so, I don't know. I still ask myself that all the time too. So it's just a lot of, you know, dealing with them on the phone, FaceTime, just talking to them, I guess. So laying the smack down.
Is it a challenge? Like do you think it's difficult? Do you feel that things aren't maybe like maybe the boys don't, I guess, get as much from it as like maybe they're not as afraid because you're not home or something like that? Do you think anything like that?
No, it is a little difficult now, like lately, but I think really the boys know, like they know that they'll get fucked up if it's going to be something they're not listening to you or me or whatever. So, um, but yeah, so just I think just recently with the whole fiasco with Hayden, it's just been a little bit more challenging.
Okay. So, I mean, even though you are afar, you still make sure Jackson is awake every morning.
Okay.
Our poor kids. I leave before Jackson wakes up. And we have a meeting every morning, first thing in the morning. And it starts at the time Jackson needs to be awake. So Jason always has to deal with that. Um, and is that just normal for you now? I mean,
Yeah, for the most part, I think like 99% of the time I'll remember to call him. Um, what's yesterday? I forgot to call him till like 7:40 or whatever, but yeah, we're just busy.
I know. I always feel so bad that I put that on you, but um I don't know what else to do, you know?
Yep, yep, yep.
And he stresses me out in the mornings, to be honest.
Like a what do you call that? The thing you do with Alexa about karate to wake his ass up, I guess. So I
Oh
don't
my
know.
gosh, I know. Okay, so I have to explain this so everyone knows what we're talking about. So if you're not into Alexas or what have you, um, being in your house, I know some people like
Make
Molly.
on
What'd you say?
making sure she wasn't turning on over there.
Oh, yeah. I was looking over to make sure she didn't turn on. But we are a big Alexa household. Um we pretty much use it as an intercom system, communication, all of that good stuff. So this I cannot stand it when I'm home. Um what was it? Was I home on when when was I home?
I can't remember.
I don't oh, it was when I was leaving to go out of town last week. So I left work early because of the travel time. So I left work early, and when I was at home, this stupid thing happened. And Jason has it set so that it says, and I don't know why it does. I don't know if you know exactly how it goes, but she like rings. So like all of our Alexas do this at the same time. They make like a bell noise, and then it says, "Ashley, get ready for karate," or something like that. I don't know why she says Ashley. I don't know what you've done.
I've set that up because I don't ever remember setting that reminder up.
Did
So
I?
that, yeah,
Oh, how annoying am I? So maybe it's saying that it's coming from Ashley, I guess.
could
But
be.
it does it twice. It does it twice. And I probably did set it up because our boys are so annoying. And even though they have the same schedule all the time,
Did you set
they
it up? Do you have to have a reminder to get your ass out the door too, or what?
no. I get out the door, okay, Jason? Just because I need 95 alarms to wake up doesn't
Mm-hmm.
mean anything. I'm sorry, I'm a heavy sleeper and I don't like to wake up. But yeah, that I thought you had that set, and I think I thought you had that set because the boy said you did that. But it's so annoying when it happens, and I cannot stand it. But I'm gonna leave it because our boys are not good at remembering to get ready for karate. So
This is very.
frustrating. Oh, goodness gracious. It's so annoying. Um, okay. So we talked about how it is to parent being far away. Um, what about being a spouse far away?
Well, it is what it is.
Does it have benefits?
What do you mean it's have benefits?
So,
Do I
like,
get a? Is that what you're asking, or
do you what?
do I get a hall pass when I come
Oh,
out of town?
I will murder you. Okay? No. No, no, no. What I mean is, so sometimes, say it's that time of the month and you're going out of town, and Hayden's like, "Great, thanks for leaving me here with her."
Mm-hmm.
Um, is it a benefit that you don't have to be around me as much for stuff like that?
Babe, I'm used to you no matter what, so it doesn't.
Okay, so you don't think of it like, "Oh, good, I got a break from her."
No.
Okay, that's good. I don't think I've ever asked you that. Um, hmm, I would think that you would be
It does get
happy.
lonely because
Well, you're cutting
so
out, so I didn't hear what you said.
I said it is lonely sleeping in the bed alone.
I know. See, I'm lucky because Jackson sleeps in your spot when you're gone. It's not the same, but I'm not alone in bed. So, you
True,
know,
true.
but it is not the same. I know. I I really dislike your job now also.
Oh,
I do. I mean, I'm used to you traveling, but not this much, you know.
yep.
And
And it's all fucked off right now because they had us cancel our audits and all that stuff January, February because of fake COVID. And
it's not
now
fake.
now to scramble to get all those 2 months you know rescheduled and doing all that shit. So it just makes it, yeah, a lot more time away. And typically I'd be done with the traveling and like this crazy like by end of next month, but it's gonna be like this for July. So it's nuts.
Oh, great. Now my birthday's going to be ruined. What about, are you going to have to travel on the 4th of July?
Now it's blackout, so I'll travel the next day, probably the fifth or sixth. That's probably the fifth.
Good.
It's for Monday this year, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be Tuesday.
Okay.
We'll be, yeah, I think I'm in New Mexico.
Are you
Mm-hmm.
are you going to be in town for my birthday?
Probably.
Hmm.
I have to look at my
Suspicious.
schedule. Okay. I'll have to
Suspicious.
win.
I think it's a weekend. It is. Well, yeah, if the 4th is Monday, then my birthday's on a Saturday.
Yep.
So you should definitely be home. Okay, good. Not that my I mean,
For your 40th, what do you want to do?
I'm not going to be 40. Okay? When I'm going to be 40, we can start discussing that, okay? But for now, no.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. Awesome. Well, let's take a quick break and then we will get back into some more conversation with Jason, get to know a little bit about him.
Oh, alrighty.
We'll be right
Excited.
back. Hey guys, we're back.
We made it back.
Jason survived, obviously, because we're not in the same room. No, I'm just kidding. It's weird to say Priscilla's part. I don't like it. But I also don't want you to say Priscilla's part, so I
We'll
guess.
say that. That's what she gets for not wanting to do it tonight.
Shut up. It wasn't that she didn't want to do it tonight. She has a lot of stuff going on.
She always has something going on, okay?
Okay, you don't know the list of things she had going on today. Okay.
She
All right.
always has kind of shit, okay? She don't have to tell me, because I know, okay?
Oh,
Priscilla,
please.
fight you next time I see you, okay?
She's going to kick your ass, Jason. Okay?
Nah, I love Priscilla. She's cool beans. Cool
Cool
beans.
beans. Good night. Oh my lordy. Great. Now people are going to be like, oh, wow, Ashley married this weird old man.
I know,
Cool.
right?
Yeah.
But speaking of Priscilla and Tony, I would just like to say that I feel that we are, you know how that, I don't know what that saying is, like people get put in your life for a reason or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that the Montels have been put in our path for a reason or something, and then we've become really super close with them, and then actually, some of our best friends. So we always see each other all the time, and just I love Tony and of course Priscilla. I have to love Priscilla because you know
Otherwise, you can't have Tony and you would just die without him.
I will take Tony in a divorce. Okay, if he has ever
Jason,
divorced Tony,
they're
Priscilla.
not divorcing and you'd
I
be
know.
screwed because I'd take Priscilla. So we'd have some awkward dinners.
Yeah, it would be awkward. Yes, yes.
No, and I don't know I don't know if we've ever talked about this on the podcast, but um of course I love Priscilla and Tony obviously. But we always talk about how you are like, I don't know, with them it is so funny because you force yourself into their life, I feel like. I I mean, do you see that?
No, I do not, but that's
Like,
fine.
even when we first started hanging out, looking back, do you see that you were kind of like a psycho?
I may have been. I don't know. That's just how J Rock rolls.
I know, but it's really funny because I don't know, maybe it's just like the vibe you got. Maybe you just felt like you and Tony could be really good friends or something. I don't know because you're not um and this is a reason that I was like, "Oh gosh, I hope we can do a podcast together," because you're not a big talker to people when you don't know them. Obviously, you know me, so gosh, you're cutting out.
Kind of know you.
Shut up. What'd you say before that though? Because you cut out.
What did you say? I think I said that's true. That I
Oh,
am not that.
yeah, you're not. Like
No,
in a situation, say we went to a party and you knew two people, you would not be talking to a bunch of random people,
no,
right? I probably would. I'm
yeah.
just a weirdo like that. Um, but it's funny because with Tony and Priscilla, it was like we was it after Carnival that we went out? Is that what it was?
It may. I think so. Yeah.
So, I mean, if you've listened in the past, you know, Priscilla and I met through the parent teacher club, and Carnival is one of the huge events. And Priscilla was in charge of it. And then I kind of walked into it also. Um, but at one point before I really, really got involved, I just kind of volunteered and helped a little bit. Jason too, of course, because I make him do it. Um, and so after Carnival, we went and had drinks while we ended up going back to Tony and Priscilla's place. And then through talking, they're moving the next day, right? Is that what it
No,
was? No, it couldn't have.
no, I don't think that soon. Oh, they are moving that quick. Well, wait, I don't. I
No,
don't.
because they moved. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I feel like we had only hung out with them one time. And then we were like, oh, well, we can help you move. And then you reached out to Tony and he didn't say anything. And so then what did you decide to do?
Oh, what did I decide to do?
Well, I'll just drive over to their house and see if they need help.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, psycho. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's another occasion where you also were like, maybe people, if they heard these stories back to back, they would think you were a crazy person. Do you have an idea about what I'm talking about?
No, I can't remember shit. So,
You
you know how
do
my.
have a horrible memory, but how'd you get my phone number?
Oh, I stole that shit out of my computer at work, girl. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was a customer and you took it off my profile.
Right.
That's another psycho move.
Well, just a great customer service right there because I wanted to call you. I called you to make sure that those shoes fit well and that was, it's just going an extra mile.
That's a lie. You called me and what'd you say? Tell
Did I
everyone
ask?
what you said. No, what'd you say?
I can't. Did I call you or did I go to your
You
hot
called
dog?
me.
I thought I went to hot dog and did that. No?
No, you called me because I was walking out of the mall.
Oh,
And then
you
you
were?
came and
Oh.
you came and you met me at the door
Oh.
because you were still
Yeah.
in your store.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember what you said though?
I said, let's go to dinner.
No, you didn't say let's go to dinner.
What did I say?
What was your pickup line? The best pickup line ever.
What was it? You want to go eat or something? I can't remember what I said.
Yeah, you said you
Stupid.
want to go eat? It's free.
Oh, there you go. Bam.
And my cheap ass, what I do?
You fucking went.
I sure did. You know, I have to say, I'm really, really lucky you're not like a murderer because that could have been really bad. I feel like that's a sign of a crazy person. You know, like most people would be like, red flag, he took my number out of his computer at work. I mean, I guess we had conversations before, so it's not like,
True.
but not a lot.
No.
Yeah. So
I
psychos.
just, good morning, stomping lemonade. Whatever the hell called it.
Yeah, that is what it's called. Huh?
Pumping or stomping? I can't remember what you guys call it.
Stomping. You're
Oh.
stomping it with the stomper on the stomping mats.
Uh,
Yeah. Gotta have the stomping mats to reduce some of that impact on the wrist.
Gotcha.
You know, all of us old hot doggers, wrist issues. Sad situation. Did you just hear mine pop?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is funny. See, and maybe this is really going to be a lifelong marriage that you'll have with Tony because you were a creeper with me and it's working out, and you were a creeper with him.
Okay.
You were.
There you go.
That was, and now you always invite yourself.
Well, I'm family now.
You're family now, so you can invite yourself over. Okay.
Right.
I mean, that works. I like it because like you said earlier, it's just my personality. Like when I come home, I just want to just be at home. But you call and invite yourself or Marco Polo or text, whatever you want to do. Which is good because I would just stay at home, you know? So
Yep.
I guess it works out that way that you're so forceful. What are you looking at? That my forehead looks so wrinkly?
Oh, Bryce is on a roll right now.
Bryce is on a roll.
Sending his YouTube TikToks.
To the group? I'm not getting any notifications. He's sending that to just the guys. Oh,
So,
uh-oh. That means it's real naughty if he's not sending it to everyone.
fine, whatever.
Just kidding. Are they really YouTubes?
I don't know. You remember that's how it was when he
I
used to say.
know. The guys are so mean. They always make comments. One of our friends he didn't use TikTok. And then he would Jason, I've mentioned this before. He's obsessed with TikTok. Like he sends more TikToks than anyone in the world, I bet.
I doubt that.
No. No, I really think you do. Like he sends so many TikToks that I guarantee you none of us has watched every single one of them.
I'm sure one or two of you guys have.
No, I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll because I think that's inaccurate. How many TikToks do you think you send a day?
I don't know. I've calmed down lately, though.
You've Why?
Fucking busy.
Okay. So I get it. Yeah, no, he sends so many that he'll be like, "Oh, you know that TikTok I sent you?" I'm like, "No, no, cuz I can't watch all the TikToks you send. I actually have to work.
Right.
I'm not
Whatever.
like you." Whatever. I mean, you get a lot of free time in airports and whatnot, but still.
Hmm?
Anyway. Okay, so um I know you had started talking about Priscilla and Tony, but I um went off on the tangent about how you were psycho and you took my number out of your
Huh?
work computer.
The best thing that ever happened to you. Yep.
Oh, goodness. Why not the best thing that ever happened to you?
Well, it's both ways, yes.
Well, the best thing that ever happened to you is that I said, yes, I would go have a free dinner with you, even though I was not looking for a boyfriend and
Mm.
you were this guy almost 8 years older than me with two kids, and I was only 20 years old, like fresh 20. Yeah. But
That's fine. It's
still,
all good.
still suckered me in. I don't know what
Hmm.
happened. I don't know.
I got suckered because you act like a 6-year-old lady. Yeah.
No, I got suckered in. I said I got suckered in.
Yeah, good
You,
for you. Or, you're younger, but you're actually like an old ass soul or whatever, so you don't know how to
old,
do nothing.
is it an old soul or my body thinks it's old?
Yeah, that.
Because Priscilla always says, she doesn't say it exactly like this because I don't know what word she says, but I'm going to say, you got hoodwinked because you thought you were marrying some younger girl. I got all kinds of issues, all kinds of joints creaking and stuff like that.
A little bit.
Walk like an old lady every time I get up.
Uh huh.
Oh, good night. This ankle. It was bad today. Kind of embarrassing. So yeah, you got screwed there. Sorry. What do you calm down over there?
Something in my eye.
Oh, okay. So, all right, Jason stole my number. He stalked Tony, and now we both still love you. So it is funny that you did that though with Tony because you're not um I don't know, you're not really like that. You're kind of quiet. What is that called? You're kind of an introvert.
Introvert?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're an introvert. When you don't know people. When you know
All right.
people, obviously you talk and all that business. But yeah.
What are you
Okay.
talking about? Funny guy.
Huh?
What funny guy? What are you talking
Oh,
about?
good night. Why do you think you're funny?
I just damn. Everyone thinks J Rock is funny.
Oh my gosh. Who's everyone?
Just everyone.
I don't, I
What
think
was your name? you gonna say? Next question. Let's go. Next.
My next question is, what is your biggest pet peeve that I do?
Hmm.
And don't say like, "Oh, you're messy." Like give me something else.
What basically? What is that? Something that annoys the shit out of me about you, or
Yeah. What?
talking about you? Don't annoy me.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sure.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff, but I just wrote.
I thought you
You
just said I don't annoy you. What's the number one thing?
I don't know. I think I'm fine with how you are. Obviously,
You are
I,
so full of it. Okay, I know you're fine with it. Like obviously you put up with it, whatever. But what is
yeah.
there is something that is so annoying that you're like, "Ugh," every time I do it.
Well, the one thing that's annoying as fuck is that you are like your mother and grandfather. You like to clutter.
I what?
You like to clutter,
I
hoard.
No, I don't like it. I do it, but I don't like it.
I know. That's what you're like them. I didn't say you like it, but that
No, you said
yes.
you like clutter.
Well, yeah, you do.
No,
It's
I
like a
don't
mess.
like it. It stresses me out.
Well, I just throw shit away.
I know, and that's why it's like you throw away important things.
Nah, nothing important.
You threw away a part of my brand new coffee tumbler.
You can get a new piece for that on
I
Amazon
don't know that I can.
and eBay.
No, eBay.
Buy a whole new damn lid. It's fine.
Whatever. I'm just saying you do that. Everyone in the family knows that they have to tell you when they're still drinking a drink because you get rid of their stuff. You
Or their
threw,
plates. Yep,
huh?
yep, yep. Or their plates too. So
Yeah, I know. And anytime someone, like, say someone puts their drink somewhere, but they forgot where they put it, they're like, Jason, what'd you do with my drink? Even though they sat it somewhere else. That's what you do. That doesn't annoy me about you.
what
Just so you
annoys
know.
you me about you? Or me about whatever, yeah.
Oh, goodness. What annoys me about you?
Huh?
Um,
Hmm.
oh, you know, I don't know that this is a pet peeve. I freaking can't stand your driving. I hate it. It scares me. But I don't know that that can be considered a pet peeve,
Yeah, I
right?
don't
Um, I don't know. Sometimes there's like this noise you make. It's like when you drink your coffee. And you used to do it and say, "Who am I?" Like you were making fun of my grandpa, like you were imitating him. But in real life, you do it.
That's fine.
I don't know that I don't know that I can say that's a pet peeve anymore because I don't know. It reminds me of my grandpa. I don't know. Um, I hate when you kiss me on my eye.
What are you talking about? You don't even like me to kiss you, period.
I don't like because you leave spit behind.
Well, that's what happens when you kiss.
No. Mm-mm. You should have a dry kiss. Like if you're making out, that's one thing. But if you're like, if you walk by and you kiss me, no, shouldn't have spit. I don't
Hmm.
appreciate that. I was listening to a podcast today. It's about this. I'm assuming I'm only like 4 or 5 episodes in, so I'm assuming that this woman is murdered by her husband, maybe. Um, and in it, the husband and like, so there's journal entries and stuff like that, but the husband tells the wife, like, because she talks about how he does, like, she just wants him to kiss her, blah blah blah, but he tells her that he doesn't want to kiss her because every time he kisses her he gets sick.
Ah,
Yeah. And I was
that's
thinking,
weird.
yeah, like, maybe I don't like spit, but at least I'm not a weirdo saying like, "Oh, don't, you're gonna make me sick."
I would still kiss the shit out of you, though.
I know, that's because you don't care. You don't care, Jason, if I don't appreciate your spit on me. You do it all the time. Especially, what's the number one time I hate?
The number one. Huh?
When you kiss me.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't put your morning spit on my face.
You know what I don't get about that kind of stuff? Not with just us, but like in general, you're say you're dating somebody, you guys have a sexy time, you guys sleep together in the same bed, the next morning you wake up and you make out again, or
Ew,
kid.
no.
I don't ever remember us like the next morning like that.
You know why? Because I don't even like my own morning spit. You know how I am in the morning. I'm not
Yeah,
swallowing my morning breath spit.
you're a weirdo.
No, that's so disgusting. Ugh, so sick. I don't like spit, and as I've gotten older, it's gotten worse. Like, I am worse about spit than I used to be. I don't know if you notice because you can't remember anything, but I am worse than I used to be. And no, I
And
would
why you
not.
look at you in the morning, you're like drooling all over your pillow and shit.
No, that's just because I drool. But maybe because, yeah, I'm also in my sleep still not going to swallow my spit. Maybe that is a thing. I
I
don't
don't know.
know. I don't know either. I'm sorry I'm a weirdo, but yeah, that is a pet peeve of mine when you kiss me on my eye and leave spit. I hate that. Ugh, so annoying. It is. All right. Well, we're going to let everyone go. Thanks for listening to our weird ass conversations. Jace, thank you so much for filling in for P. Um, sorry,
Yep, anytime.
anytime. All right, good to know. Sorry about the audio. Next time we record with Jason, hopefully we are in the same room and we won't have to do it this way.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for listening.
Segment music by Callie Grace. For more of Callie Grace's hits, follow Callie Grace on iTunes and Spotify today.